Monikio, Holiness and Holiness, Holiness and Monikio, Holiness and Holiness, Holiness and Monikio, Holiness and Holiness. Kio, holiness, Kio, holiness, Kio, holiness, Kio, holiness, Kio, holiness, Kio. Holiness and 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 holiness. Kio, holiness and 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 Kio. Holiness and holiness, Kio, holiness and holiness, Kio, holiness and holiness, Kio, holiness and shit dead, boy. Wait, no niggas on my team can shoot? Oh, yeah, it's dead, though. I mean, we ain't had no shooters, bro. That's y'all. What's happening? It's the boy Young Camel Toe live on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Hey, if you know how to shoot an open jump shot, hit me up. Young Camel Toe. 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 Young Camel Toe.
He writes about his works as memorials to crises.
Nietzsche's most provocative attack on religion came in the parable of the madman, written late in his life, and which famously proclaimed the death of God.
Ich suche Gott. Wo ist Gott?
Who is God?
Have you not heard of that madman who lit a lantern in the bright morning hours, ran to the marketplace and cried incessantly, I seek God, I seek God.
The greatest basketball team.
As many of those who do not believe in God were standing around just then, he provoked much laughter. Why? Did he get lost? Said one.
WLM.
Did he lose his way like a child? Said another. Or is he hiding? The madman jumped into Lancet. He cried, I shall tell you. We have killed him, you and I. All of us are his murderers.
The madman is clearly offering some kind of warning that there's a trend.
WLM. Oh, what's up? Does it matter though? How you doing? What's happening? It's your boy Young Camel Toe. We live on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Tell the chat how you feeling, man. GG's. There you go. There you go. There you go. Talk your shit. I like to hear it. I like to hear it. There we go. Hey, subscribe for your boy, man. Young Camel Toe the GOAT, baby.
Cataclysm on its way. I think what's important for Nietzsche is that there's a number of events, let's call them intellectual events of the 19th century, which put together all work towards undermining the very foundations of Christian moral civilization. If you take Darwin as an example, Darwin was brought up in a very theological or religious context, and Nietzsche points out that before releasing and publishing his whole theory of natural selection, he had it for 20 years and he kept it in a cupboard, stacked away. I think on Darwin's part, he himself realised that it would have precisely the tremendous consequences, potentially nihilistic ones, that Nietzsche was detecting within the theory, that it would undermine the whole basis of Western morality and metaphysics, that it would show that the world functions and operates quite well, or quite consistently, without the need for any divine intervention.
In 1869,
What's up doesn't matter,
10
though.
years after Darwin published The Origin of Species, Nietzsche was appointed Professor of Classical Philology at Basel University. He had liberated himself from the confines of Christianity, but now he was searching for something to replace it with. Without divine sanction or retribution, human suffering was unintelligible. Nietzsche looked to philosophy for an answer, and discovered the teachings of the German atheist thinker Arthur Schopenhauer. Here he found the consolation he craved to make sense of a godless universe.
Once Nietzsche recognizes that the benevolent Christian God cannot be believed in any longer, it's natural that Schopenhauer's philosophy should appeal to him. Schopenhauer's philosophy is pessimistic at its very core. It recognizes that human experience is not, for the most part, very pleasant, and that there are certain ways in which we can accommodate ourselves with this truth, with what Nietzsche refers to in
That was my heart blue. Did you hear? That was my heart blue.
Kanye West, say my name. Oh yes, Daddy, please.
Oh, yes,
Kanye
Daddy.
West,
Yes, Daddy.
say my name. Say
Oh,
my
yes,
Daddy,
Daddy.
please.
Yes, Daddy.
Say it, say it.
Say it.
Kanye West, oh yes, Daddy,
Oh,
please.
yes, Daddy.
Say
Say my name. Oh, yes, Daddy.
Kanye West. Hey, they can't shoot, bro. just stay in the paint. Ain't nobody gonna take a shoot.
Yes, Daddy.
Kanye West.
Yes, Daddy.
Say
my
it.
name.
Say it.
Yes, Daddy. Please say my name.
Oh, he can shoot. Okay, hey, we got one nigga who can shoot. I take that back. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart's desire will come to you. If your heart is in your no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, your dream fades high into do. I love you so. 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 What's happening? It's your boy Young Camel Toe, man. We on YouTube. Talk your shit, man. Hey, subscribe for the boy. This is hilarious. I'm gonna hit the fade on him.
His first book, The Birth of Tragedy, the truth of Silenus, that the best thing is not to have been born, but the second best thing is to die quickly.
There was, in Schopenhauer's view, one good way to get out of that misery, if only momentarily, and that was through art. Art had a very important role, and above all, music. So in the musical experience, you could transcend your earthly misery for a few moments.
That's lit. What's up, Chop Base? What's up, Vietnam 69, man? Hey, thanks for joining the stream, boy. What's going on with you? We just hit 4,000 subscribers, man. Be the one you love, love you, love you, I found all ambition while running in place. I just wanna be the one you love, love you, love, joy, peace. I found all ambition while running in place. I just wanna be the one you love. It's the boy Young Camel Toe, man. Hardest rapper alive, man. We live on the YouTube. You already know what we doing, man. We just out here getting them green stacks, getting that cheddar, man. We just hit 4,000 subscribers today, man. Subscribe, man. Hey, he out here, yeah, you already know he ballin'. He just getting that money, he out here, no calling. Ooh, he out here, no stalling. He ain't gonna shoot it. We already know he want the layup. We gonna block that shit, though. We just out here. He ain't shooting. Block. Oh! Oh, hell oh my gosh, 2K. Okay, what we doing? Falling. And I love you. You love me. We're just friends, especially 69. Oh my God. gosh. 69, 69. Dancing in the dark, pussy in my heart. Quickly, I'm so 22. Take mine, your pain's mine. Keep trying till your heart's mine. Work lying every time I love your function. Love you, every time you cry, Ooh. 69, 69, 69, 69, 69. Oh my God. Slightly late, that's cap too, okay. I'm so grateful and happy that I got blessed today. Thank you, God. Oh man, I jumped super early. Look for I love you so, I love you so, I love you. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, all Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam. What's happening, Browns and ESL, man? You said BLM, what's going on, man? You already know what it is, man. Yeah, man, we made $2,022, $2,222 in the stock market, man. I know, man. Shouts out the guy, man. Bare necessities, forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, and recipes. Oh, he missed. Or a prickly pear. You'll be well. Prickly pears. What's up, browsing? Hey, thanks for the subscription, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it, man. What's up, Chet Baker?
For Nietzsche, nowhere was Schopenhauer's theory better illustrated than in the music of Richard Wagner. Nietzsche went to see his opera Tristan and Isolde 3 times. He identified with the suffering of the protagonists and found the ecstatic experience of the performance profoundly moving. Wagner became a surrogate father figure for Nietzsche, and he was a frequent visitor at the Wagner's house in Tribschen on Lake Lucerne during the 1870s. In the composer's art, Nietzsche saw the possibility for a renaissance in European culture based on the classical Greek model of tragedy. Nietzsche's book, The Birth of Tragedy, was largely inspired by Wagner and argued that Wagner's music represented a pre-Christian ideal, symbolized by the Greek god Dionysus.
The Dionysian culture was wildly energetic, wildly musical. It was associated for Nietzsche always with dance, just as it was historically. It was associated with inebriation, intoxication, excess, joy, and absolute imperviousness to sadness and pain and tragedy.
Nietzsche sought a philosophical answer to the pain of existence as he became increasingly debilitated.
Fuck! Finally, I found some smart 2K players. That's hilarious. Oh, fuck. Good shit. Oh, it's on me. Fuck. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, that's a good beat. Oh. Oh my gosh. My bar all the way down. Ooh, he hit those. Oh shit, I gotta get some jump shot boost. Oh shit, did he run out? Good shot. No threes, no threes, no threes, no threes. Damn. Ooh, good shot. Ooh, this nigga. Ooh, fuck. It's the boy Young Kelton, man. We live on YouTube. Like and subscribe for your boy. That boy hit those.
Chronic physical ailments. Born with severe myopia, he had always been a sickly child. During the Franco-Prussian War, he contracted dysentery and diphtheria while serving as a medical orderly, and is generally believed to have been infected with syphilis in a brothel while a student. By the age of 30, Nietzsche had become a partial invalid.
Every 2 or 3 weeks, I spend about 36 hours in bed, in real torment. Perhaps I'm gradually improving, but this winter is the worst there has been. I keep thinking it is such a strain getting through the day that by evening there is no pleasure left in life, and I really am surprised at how difficult living is.
He refers to himself as being ill. He never refers to what he's ill with, ever. Now, this may just have been effect of the age. We're thinking of the 1880s, where it would be suicidal, I suppose, for some man to write in a book. He wouldn't get it published, perhaps, if he wrote in a book that he was suffering from syphilis. But he describes the symptoms so clearly that it's hard to believe that he didn't realise that his at least male readers of his books would know what he was describing. But it affected his life profoundly, inasmuch as he lived as an invalid for many days in each year, and so there were a great many things he couldn't do.
Nietzsche's illness was to become a major turning point in his life, both physically and philosophically. In 1876, at the opening of Wagner's great opera house at Bayreuth, Nietzsche left after the first act of The Ring, suffering from a mysterious illness. His relationship with Wagner was already under serious strain due to Nietzsche's objection to the composer's growing nationalism. Walking out on The Ring was the last straw.
At Bayreuth, Nietzsche felt literally nauseated, and that nausea was both a turning point and a symbol. I mean, it was clearly a physical symptom which was expressive of a psychological state. He couldn't stomach the spuriousness of the enthusiasm, the kind of reverence that Wagner was commanding and reveling in. It sickened him literally. He had to leave. The break with Wagner had become inevitable. You can't say, terribly sorry, Maestro, I wasn't feeling well. Wagner was not someone who would forgive something like that.
His health really was deteriorating, and I think he needed a philosophy, his own philosophy, to cope with his life, to cope with his problems. And the Schopenhauer and Wagner way, the momentary way out in music, that wasn't enough for him anymore.
It was during the years of my lowest vitality that I ceased to be a pessimist. The instinct of self-restoration forbade me a philosophy of poverty and discouragement. This, in fact, is how that long period of sickness appears to me now. As it were, I discovered life anew, including myself. I turned my will to health, to life, into a philosophy, into the will to power.
He says somewhere that you yourselves are this will to power. And I think Nietzsche thought that ultimately the task was one of self-mastery, that is, of acquiring a certain kind of self-knowledge that would not be merely intellectual or abstract, because for Nietzsche all knowledge is ultimately rooted in the body. So for him, self-mastery involves acquiring as much knowledge as is possible about the human body, about your body, about its physiology, about its psychology.
He felt that one of the great influences of Christianity was to banish the body from culture. He suggested that perhaps the whole of Western philosophy has been a misunderstanding of the body. And his view was that our physical nature and our psychological nature has ultimate bearing on the way we think. And the phrase the will to power, die Wille zur Macht in German, I think can be read in terms of this idea of self-making. And what we might see as part of his legacy in the 20th century is the institutionalizing of self-making as therapy. And I think that that's a pioneering aspect of his work, and it leads on to Freud. I mean, arguably, without Nietzsche, there wouldn't be Freud.
Nietzsche's new philosophy resulted in the publication of Human, All Too Human, subtitled A Book for Free Spirits. Begun in the solitude of the Swiss countryside, it was as much a work of psychology as philosophy. It was Nietzsche's first great statement of individualism, and challenged mankind to think for itself. He wrote it in short aphoristic bursts while out walking, a method of working he would continue for the rest of his life.
And so onwards, along a path of wisdom, with a hearty tread, a hearty confidence. However you may be your own source of experience. Throw off your discontent about your nature. Forgive yourself, your own self. You have it in your power to merge everything you have lived through, false starts, errors, delusions, passions, your loves and your hopes, into your goal, with nothing left over.
He had freed himself from the fetters of ancient traditions and of opinions which were not his. And free spirit to him means to be willing and to be able and to dare to have a fresh look out, to question one's own opinions all the time, and to be open-minded enough to find one's own way.
from Human or to Human onwards, Nietzsche is effectively sending himself out into the wilderness. He's very aware that the book is a controversial one. He's very aware that